G'day traders, Sam here. G'day traders, Sam here from TradeToProspa to give you another Bitcoin daily update. Don't do this often, but I think at these times it's worth doing. What we had in the past, and you can see this pattern, we had a rising wedge and a breakdown. This is another variation to it, potentially. This was a bit more bullish. We had a bit of a strong move to the upside and come to this 200 weekly, 233 moving average. On the weekly, we found resistance. And the 233 moving average is consistent in the past. And then we have these other ones on the weekly. This one is a 21 weekly moving average, and we broke it and we come back down, but neither case, it's probably likely to act like resistance based on this rising wedge. You can call it a rising wedge, or more so a channel. But what's important is the elliott wave count. You can do a 1, 2, or you can even do this here. This could be, let's see, this could be a 1, 2 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's important is that this was support, and then we found another support level and another support level. If this doesn't hold, we are breaking the small time trend, basically, and that pretty much says it's a rising wedge. And so when it comes to this level, it might just go through it, find support, and just come back down. And that's not good at all. The other alternative is that it holds this point of control. So let's have a closer look. We're on the 1 hour chart. So this 1 hour, so you can see the volume, this point of control right there is what's acting. Plus it seems to be the 0.382 as well. Our next level of support is this level here where I've got the daily as well as this 0.5 Fibonacci. So if we drop, we're going to drop down to about 20,100, and that's not going to be good. If it drops right through, that's even worse. We're going to have a strong resistance because this was our support level. So have plans to, in my opinion, exit if you've been, so your stop losses need to be probably there somewhere. This might find a bounce, but I wouldn't find it something that's worth going long on based on this level. And what this structure does, if you look at it, it looks like a boring wedge, and in essence, this might take place as well. So this type of formation, flat, and then a breakdown. So be careful in that. Looking at the bigger time frame, here on the 3 daily, we have a strong candle, and we have let's see, 20 hours left. We have this moving average as well, looking for support. It's not looking well, and just looking through this chart, you'll be familiar with from the other video posts. This does look like a channel, rising channel, and if we break that, then we are likely to test this level, and chances are falls in here, and I'm looking at that type of stuff, and that's one scenario that's not looking well. And then we can probably use this trend line. So be careful. When we look at the where is it? Give me a sec. SP 500. It's not really correlating at all at this point. So SP 500 is going up, Bitcoin is dropping. So this was our resistance. What I have here is an ABC move, probably coming up to this level, potentially to the 786, and what it does look like, it's basically a rejection area based on this neckline, and that's a typical area for a rising wedge to short, and having a stop loss probably somewhere up there. So even though this is going up, Bitcoin isn't. And so that's a bit disappointing. Total market cap is similar to Bitcoin, and you can probably see that that's a straight line of some sort getting a rejection. And if we look at this model, we are here, maybe possibly here. And so phase E is, I'm looking at coming down as a measured move to this area. Still a bit more to go, but that is the bearish perspective. We need to see go above. We need to break these levels if we're going to be bullish. So looking at that, what we have also is the market cap, total market, Bitcoin dominance here. Bitcoin dominance is finding support. We had a breakout, resistance, and it's finding support. So big alts are getting smashed again in this range. So you got to be careful how you trade. Very small trades. And if we look at the heat maps, open interest is not. If you look at this heat map, we can use open interest in some ways, and we're expecting maybe some support, but nothing's green yet. And if we look at this chart, these are net longs and net shorts. Net longs are pretty much dropping off. Net shorts are starting to gain some momentum. And if we look at this, pretty much they're not the big numbers yet. But yeah, that's not. These are telling us that it's still bearish. I don't know if there's going to be a short squeeze because the shorts aren't really big either, and the long squeeze has taken place. Yep, that was all the longs, and they got squeezed out, and the shorts are now ramping up. So there might be a point where the shorts, if we look at this, the longs got, whereas the shorts got squeezed out here. So this might come down to here before we see the short squeeze again. In the past, did it really help us? No. So the shorts are pretty much dropping off, and the longs are dropping off as well. So they're pretty much damaged a whole bunch of us, and back to neutrality. It's a tough market, but I am bearish. Now let's look at SP 500 from another perspective. And okay, well, I didn't realize, I haven't looked at this chart for ages, and I didn't realize it was on the bottom of the channel. Give me a sec. This is one of many charts I have, and that's the problem. So I had this chart open ages ago, and yeah, it's on the bottom of the channel. So if we lose that, that's definitely bearish. And you can see that 200, the 20 weekly moving average acting as resistance. That was a good level to buy. Yep, we talked about from another chart, and the 0.5 was the rejection. Yeah, it needs to go above that to be bullish. I have a feeling that, like, if you look at my previous charts, that this is likely to come down, pretty much like the COVID incident, a capitulation. This is slow. Still, I think we'll still hang around here for a while with midterm November elections, and then we'll probably see the drop, maybe sooner. Who knows? Well, let's see from another chart. Dixie. Let's see what the Dixie's doing. The Dixie's dropping as well. It's still yeah. This is the weekly, so that's pretty bearish. If it closes like that, so the Dixie's dropping. Stock markets should be going up a bit, but not good for the. So I think there's a bit of a misalignment with Bitcoin at this point, and I'll leave it at that, guys. Hopefully that gives you some things to think about. But in the meantime, Bitcoin needs to hold this level to be positive. Talk to you soon. Cheers.